welcome to all of our Gold viewers who are here with us today. I'm Kristen Schwartz, licensed midwife and one of the MCs here at Gold. And here I am with Avril Bowens. Welcome, Avril.
Thank you.
It is wonderful to have you here. You will be presenting in our add-on package for the Midwifery Conference of 2024. That's basically just around the corner. And I'm very, very excited about your presentations here, which is part of the Be at Your Best During Birth Emergencies. So your package is all about birth emergencies, and you are talking all about, really, really skill-based, wonderful things we can do with hemorrhage, when hemorrhage occurs. And but before we get to talk about that, tell us a little bit about yourself, Avril. You have a wonderful background, so tell us a bit about your journey.
Okay, so let's see. I have always been interested in midwifery. I think I became interested in midwifery when I was in Ireland, which is my country of birth. And someone told me a story of their birth, and at that moment I was kind of hooked on birth, on how beautiful birth could be. And I was already deep in the ends of natural medicine and taking care of your body and holistic ways of living in the body and on the planet. And so midwifery just was a natural segue for me. I believe that in order to create the healthiest human population on this planet, we have to start with pregnancy itself, because that's when the human body is developing. And so that's another reason why I just love working with birthing women and their babies, because we're really educating them right from the start to be the very healthiest that they could possibly be, to raise their baby in the healthiest environment that they could possibly do so, and then to really walk with them through the transition of birth and into parenthood is such a beautiful blessing that I've been involved with since about 1998 in different roles.
It is absolutely beautiful, and what you described there. And you're so right. I do believe also that, the way a person is brought into the world, has a huge impact, not only on that baby, but also the entire family, and of course the parents, and the extended family as well. And might bring my hope is that if everybody gets to experience a good birth, that would make, in its small way, the world a better place, right?
Absolutely. And maybe even in a big way. I mean,
Yeah,
birth
you're right.
matters. The health of
Yes,
mother, the health of babies,
yes.
that's what like the World Health Organization uses as their metric of the health of a country. And I really think that the way that we take care of women and babies makes a massive impact on other systems of how
Yeah.
we're caring for families that are growing. It
Absolutely.
And I'm so dedicated to hoping that we as healthcare providers, as midwives, as all kinds of midwives, whether you're a CBM or a birth attendant or a CNM or a CM and obstetricians, that we can all learn to work together and share our resources, share our learning, and share our knowledge, because it's not an us against them. It's really a
Right.
collaborative approach that produces the best outcomes.
I love that, because collaborative approach, yes, it is not us against them, and we can all learn so much from each other, right? There's always more to learn, and how we can improve our care for the families we serve, and doing that in a collaborative way. I totally agree. One of my mentors, Avril, used to say that as midwives, we are the watchdogs of normal. And, we are just there, but when things happen in birth that we are also there then to, of course, jump into action And your presentation is, of course, about postpartum hemorrhage. The presentation is titled Stop Postpartum Hemorrhage and Its Tracks. And you have a unique way of presenting this. I had a little sneak peek here earlier on today. I can only highly recommend this to our viewers. You know, if you are in the field, this is one of those presentations you have to watch because it's really hands-on. You really get a lot of, insight and knowledge, and there's some great videos in that. But Avril, tell me before we go more into that presentation, you are a teacher. That's your passion, right? You educate fellow midwives, student midwives, in birthing families as well. So all this presentation is kind of an accumulation of decades worth of work, right? And you're kind of bringing this all together. So tell us about it. You also have some programs that you teach. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, so I travel around and I teach birth emergency skills training workshops. And
Mhm.
Andrea Dixon is the founder of those workshops, and she really created that whole beautiful workshop and way of presenting the information and providing the ability and the models for midwives to practice rarely used skills. And
Mhm.
so I joined her in this endeavor about 5 years ago, and we teach about between 17 and 22 to 24 workshops a year.
Wow, it's a
There's
lot.
about 15 to 20 people in each workshop. So
Mhm.
I feel like we're making a significant impact because we're helping out of hospital, community-based midwives be as
Mhm.
best as they could possibly be. In managing emergencies, it's so important because these things don't happen very often, and we don't have a lot of opportunity to practice these more rarely used skills, but they're so vitally important when we need them.
Mhm.
And so our workshops provide midwives and students an opportunity to really get their hands wet and practice with really amazing models, how to do all these life-saving skills.
Mhm.
And we do have a lot of fun in the process. So it's also, we create a beautiful learning environment just
Wonderful.
where people can unfold in and
Yes.
their mistakes on the models. And so we can be experts when it comes time to taking care of
Fantastic.
emergencies.
Fantastic. Well, it's wonderful work you're doing there. Now to the presentation here for Gold that you have. This is it's fantastic. It's like 3 hours long, over 3 hours long, with videos, with you teaching, with demonstrating certain tools. And what I absolutely love about it, as you mentioned, you talked about out of hospital midwives. You don't need big machinery or big big technology to really have an impact and make save a life. Here at this point, you showing us different techniques, different tools that are really easy to use, and with practice, of course. And that's always one of the premises, right, that as midwives we need to do our drills and our practices as well. And I absolutely love that. So talk a little bit about that, your presentation here.
So the presentation is based on the upcoming second edition of Bonnie Grunberg's book, which our workshops are based on, um, birth emergency skills for community midwives. And so it's really an amalgamation of everything that the book is going to be including. That's hopefully coming out next year. And we really go from like least invasive to most invasive. We try to include techniques for all resource settings,
Mhm.
knowing that our hands and our minds and our hearts are our primary tools, and that we're really understanding the mechanisms of how to help the a postpartum hemorrhage get back on track. Um, and uh, in that understanding, we're presenting ways that we can create the mechanism of action that maybe some of these more expensive manufactured models have, so that we can use those in low resource settings, which is really important
Mhm.
because that's what's going to save lives around the world. And postpartum hemorrhage and maternal death is
Mhm.
profound around the world. And so often it can be prevented with early recognition and prompt and effective management.
Absolutely. Yes. And you're showing some things there. Even what I love about this as well is even seasoned midwives are going to learn something, right? I mean, I feel like this is for everyone, no matter if you're just starting out or if you're already, well established in the field, because these are things that we don't often get to see, but when they happen, we need to be ready, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Wonderful. I'm really looking forward to this. I can't wait to learn from you, Avril. This is absolutely a wonderful package that you and Best have put together for us here at Gold. Any last words here from your side? What are you hoping our viewers will take away? Just give us a little nugget of wisdom here.
Hmm. Well, I always hope that people take away additional skill and increased confidence.
Mm.
Ultimately, those are our two greatest allies, is
Mhm.
really practicing and honing our skill and moving into birth with confidence. And that's not just for care providers, but for birthing people and women as well. And
Mhm.
a lot of my educational programs are geared towards increasing understanding, are geared towards education, support, and guidance for both parents to be and midwives to be, and
Mm.
midwives who are already practicing. Because I mean, birth is my passion.
Right.
When everyone moves to the table as skilled as possible, we have healthy moms and we have skilled birth attendants, and the two together really create safe and the best outcomes for both the mothers and babies and families alike.
Beautiful, Sad. Thank you so much, Avril, for sitting down here with me and talking about the amazing work you're doing and your wonderful presentation here at Gold. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And for our viewers, if you would like to find out more about this package, the Be at Your Best During Birth Emergencies and Avril's presentation, Stop Postpartum Hemorrhage in Its Tracks, we invite you to go to goldmidwifery.com to find out more information. And this is what I mentioned before, an add-on package right now for our Gold Midwifery Conference of 2024 coming up here in February, so just around the corner. So make sure you check out the conference as well. And I do hope to see everyone at the conference. So I will just say, see you soon. Bye bye.